busy day. Hope everybody having a positive, productive day. This build won't even take long. But what I'm doing is showing you, illuminating, for you can do your due diligence to show you how if a person is saying they really investment, they'll show it, and they take on the assumption of risk. If somebody going to tell you they own land, then all you got to do is look up public record. You don't have to listen to no excuses, no religious clown lying that came up with a scam to scam you. You don't have to listen to all that stuff, because all you have to do is look up public record to see if these clowns own what they saying. And that's why I call them clowns, because they only do this stuff in our own community. They don't have enough balls to try to scam a European, an Albie or a Trilodyte, the one that they say the enemy. They don't have the balls to do that, but they have the balls to do that into women that give up their last $200 to think they finna make some money from these clowns. Give me a second, man. I saved some more lives today. And we sold land, acres, to real people that looked us up. When I tell people, look me up. Look up the BBT. Look up my movies. We don't own no fake land. I've been doing this shit for years. For years. Scamming people, talking about you selling an acre for $7,500 and you don't even own the shit. And then here it is, our people that's so fucking gullible. Oh, well, I did this, we got scammed. No, you stupid. You didn't do your due diligence. All you got to do is, somebody tell me what due diligence mean. And this the problem with us. They always want excuses when we do some dumb shit. And I don't have no feelings for nobody that do something dumb. I have empathy, but no sympathy for a clown. We saving lives. So I'm gonna wait till one of my nobles get on. He wanted to catch this. And I told him, don't say names, because he stay in Atlanta and him and his family got hustled by them hustlers. They say they are a so religious community, and they religion community worth millions and millions of dollars, and then they come with they call them the pale Arab. And then they came up with the pale Arab, and then a lady that has nothing to do with their organization or their spirituality. And then when it started hitting the fan, they say they don't know nothing about it. But they say they smart and they have education. In a court of law, you must do your due diligence. There's no excuse in a court of law not knowing the law. And this is the thing. And then they start talking with that soft ass voice. That shit don't mean nothing. I'm talking about they done came up with a whole bunch of scams. All that shit that be on those podcast shows. See, this ain't hating. Them Negroes that be on them podcast shows talk about take this money and do this. Them numbers ain't real. And they paid to be on these people's show. That's the crazy part about it. That these goofy ass podcast Negroes that y'all think is so righteous, they got these scam artists on there. Them scam artists got on there and paid to be on that shit. A bag. I know this to be facts. They better not say nothing. I expose all this shit because I know who the fuck they paying. I told y'all, I'm an educator and I'm 99 degrees. I know professional people. They'll spill the beans on all these goofy Negroes. Like all that shit fake. All them Negroes know Jay Morrison. All that shit. They all used to be in the classes. They'll tell on these Negroes. Just like I told y'all that I don't pay taxes. That's an old shit came from a European in Canada called the Paradigm Group. They all went to jail. And then Negroes listen to these, or you don't got to have license. I understand, but you don't understand the dynamics of that. We listen to people sitting there rotting in jail telling you what the law is. Well, how they know the law and they in jail? The shit is stupid. So you got now what's happening on Instagram and all these fake ass podcasts is you got all these fake ass investment gurus. You take this and you do this and you do that's all fake. That's the fraud in the government. It's fake, fake, fake. You can't go get no home loan and do this. That's the fraud in the government. You're not getting no check. Why would a goofy ass Negro get on the internet and say, and a young empress asked him, would you take, I think she said $2 million or 800 credit score. And the goofy nigga, and I'm saying it like that, said, I'll take the 800 credit score because you can go borrow from the bank. Why do you clown niggas always want to borrow? You ain't in no $2 million of debt, so you gonna turn down $2 million for some fucking credit? that you got to pay back. These niggas always talk about you get some credit line, you ain't got to pay back. You're not getting no line of credit to pay. You ain't get you. What the fuck? And then the interest rate. Where's you getting the line of credit you don't got to pay back from the bank? Where? Where are you getting the line of credit you don't have to pay back? Where? No fucking where. They can be mad all they want to. All you got to do is look up public record. Either you real or you real fake. Either you real or you real fake. Because let me break this down to you. Okay, I paid $200 to take my course. I'm gonna show you how to invest in some motherfucking bullshit Forex because they don't know nothing about that shit. And so, if that's what you're doing, paying them for their class, what are they doing with the money? Are they investing the money what they teaching you? If they are, then they should have some ROI. Ask them niggas what's their ROI. Then ask them niggas they BEA. I bet you they don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Your break-even analysis. It's all fake. It's all fake. They not even smart as Bernie Madoff. I told you. Tell them Negroes to take this shit in the European community. I bet you they won't. Tell them to take that shit to the white churches. Tell them to take that shit to the prisons. They can't. I'm in the prisons, the schools, all that. They can't take that fake ass shit nowhere. And the only people fall for that is niggas. Only people fall for that. And they know it. The only people they can scam is niggas. And people caught up in that fake ass conscious shit. They know it. I know it. You know it. If I'm paying you to do something, you say you an investor. If you say you in an investment and you invest in Forex and all this, well then the money that you getting for people to take your course, you should be investing. Okay, we understand that. Because if you not, then it's a scam. And you defrauding the government and your people. So if you investment, then what's your profit and loss? What's your what people getting a return on investment each month if they're investing in you? What's your break-even analysis? What's your breakdown how you invest in people's money and what percentage of return receive residually? They couldn't ask you that shit because there's nothing. They can't show you, hey man, I took all that we invested and we lost. I put this in this. They ain't invested in nothing. Nothing. It's their lifestyle. They can be mad. Don't give a shit. It's a scam. What are you investing in? I'm about to show you. It's smoke and mirrors. What are you investing in? If you invested in Bitcoin, nope. You invested in Forex, nope. Show it. Show what you invested in. And then don't get no fake ass stats off the internet for I can destroy that shit. Because I do the shit in real life. That's why I be laughing. I said, that shit ain't real. None of that shit is real. That's scam. That's why they all got fake ass names. Who's going to do investment with a person name, a fictitious name? Why? Why? Who signing documents with a fictitious name and then investment? How you cashing out with a fictitious name? You not. Watch what I show y'all. Hold on. Watch this. Had to get something out of my garden. I got gardens. I grow fruit. When I first started doing this, I bought 40 acres, me and my empress in St. John, Arizona. 40 acres on my own. Just like a nigger will go get an old school car or some shit or a whole bunch of clothes in their closet. I went and got 40 acres in St. John's, Arizona. Owned it for years before I even had it my membership. I was going to GCU, and one of my classmates was an Amish brother. His name was Khalid. He knew about Noble Drew Ali. He'd just see me in there with my feds and everything in there, quiet, doing my work, helping students. He like, man, that Amish stuff you see on TV, that is TV. You're like, I'm from the Amish community. He was like, man, would you mind coming to meet me in St. John, Arizona? I'm like, shit, I'm not from Arizona. I ain't know what St. John, Arizona is. I have to look it up. So I'm like, that's in the mountains by Mexico and all that. He like, yes, it's beautiful up there. Meet me up there. I can show you my tribe. They got 200 acres. I mean, the kids know what wood is good to burn and to build, all that stuff. I mean, it's amazing. And he like, I like what you're doing. He was like, man, continue to build, continue to do you. He took all those business classes just like I did. That's finance classes. That's why I tell people, if you want to learn anything, you can take a class with me. And it's tax exempt. Just like anything, I can show you strategy. Just because you learn something does not mean you're going to make money. I can teach you the strategy, just like if you take a college course. So when I saw that, I used to be on Instagram, and it's on there when I purchased it. And then a lot of Moors, they didn't understand what I was doing. And I tell people, the man, the woman that own land can feed his family, can grow, can do anything, especially when you're away, when you ain't in the city. And so I ended up purchasing that, had it for a while. People started sending me letters. I ended up flipping it for way more than what I paid for it. I ended up flipping the 40 acres for way more than what I paid for it. Way more. Because there's a value for it. I just broke it down in acreage. I said, I don't care if you don't want to buy it. Oops. My internet went out. Sorry about that. Hold on.
See.
Peace, Noble.
Peace.
My internet
Kept
was
kicking me out. I don't know. Have you been on here?
Yeah, I've been on here for a minute. It just kicked me out.
Okay, I was on here since 4:30, but it kept anyway.
Yeah. I'll start over. It's all good. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you can see this. This is gonna be real good. I've been building on about due diligence. So I'm glad you're here. Are you at home, Noble?
No. I just we are making our way home.
Okay. I was waiting.
Right now, about 15, maybe 20 minutes away.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
Depending on how the traffic is.
Well, that's fine.
Maybe 15, depending on how I drive.
Right. So I was speaking on the phrase and the definition and the word due diligence.
Yes. Due diligence.
You know what that means. You could probably put it in layman terms, Noble. We don't have to be the proper definition, but you know what due diligence consists of. You can piece that together a little bit and give us a little explanation of it, can't you?
Sure. I mean, doing your due diligence is really it's really kind of a checks and balances. It means you're taking the time to thoroughly look at something to make sure that either it's clear, it's understood, and that you can get as full a picture as you can get. Meaning you're not taking something at surface level or at face value. You're making sure that you're actually spending some time doing some research, making sure that you have an understanding of it, of whatever the issue is at its core.
Islam. Okay, so next is premeditated.
Oh, premeditated.
Yeah.
So that's basically you thinking, processing, and deciding to do something before you do it.
Yep. And knowing, and so if I premeditate, so if me and you, well, I ain't gonna say me and you because I ain't even gonna put that on us. Say if Bootney Farnsworth and the Bootney Farnsworth crew sit down and say, hey man, we gonna come up with this whole fake idea to say we gonna get some McDonald farms and we gonna go to Home Depot and get a goddamn tool shed and put it in front of there and order some ribbons and order some hard hats and do a ribbon cutting and say this is our McDonald farms, you know, and sell an acre for $7,500. And then everybody, well, no, first you got your McDonald farm. That's your first thing. And then next you hook up with a lady and what they like to say, the pale Arab, this is not me, this them. And you right. You a big nation. This is their words. This is what they say. And then they link up with a lady that ain't even a nation. In their nation, with a pale Arab that they say, that ain't even a nation. And they come up with this whole thing about they can get these acres and say they selling people's an acre for $7,500. They own 400 acres. That's premeditated if you don't own it, because you have to think about that scam, right, Lamar?
Absolutely.
So when it come down, and Malik say, and Lamar say, hey, let me check on this. Just like if I'm say some investor. I told y'all a lot of stuff be in movies and y'all don't catch it. They just like watching shit for the niggertainment. Like what's the movie? Tyreek, the little, what is it? Tyreek, the little boy, he killed his dad, the little show. People know what I'm talking about. Damn. It's just a dit in life. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm the trying. Who? What's the name of the show?
No, I was thinking of
50 Cent show. Damn.
Oh, the Power.
Yeah.
Or Raising Cane.
Yeah, yeah.
Raising Cane.
The one with the little boy, he in college now and they hustling and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
I stopped watching that like after the first couple of seasons of the original one.
Uh-huh.
I think it's called. I think it's called
Power, some shit.
Power Book.
Okay.
Yeah, Power Book or something like that.
So watching Power Book when I say it's subliminal messages. Okay, so the little European boy, his family rich, they got this investment firm. But the uncle really scammed everybody money. He effed everybody money up. You know what I mean? And so people want their money back. He like, shit, it ain't no money. But that's what I'm saying. It's a whole Ponzi scheme. It ain't no money. And so when people want their money back, or they say their investment, they might be giving you a little piece just to keep you okay. But when it's time to say, okay, well, let me get my bread, I want to do this. It ain't nothing.
Correct.
It ain't. It's nothing. And I don't mean no disrespect, man. I know too many real investors that's not our color. When I be telling people, I said, this is no hate. I said, man, I'll go get some real investors. They say, y'all the ones following all these fake people on the internet. And then when they shit scam fall apart, they see everybody else doing it. Then they start telling on everybody. He say, man, all them Negroes know me. They was in my classes. All you got to do is listen, they'll tell.
Mm-hmm.
So watch this. I want everybody to see. Let me put my camera back on. When I'm talking about due diligence, you see this letter right here?
Yeah.
This is our letter for our land. Remember, I tell you, I'll be getting letters all the time. People want to buy our land.
Yeah.
So this from this lady, Christy Duran. This is for your information. Estrella Parkway, Goodyear, Arizona, April 26, 2023. Malik L. Reed and Kari Goodman Bay. My address. I don't care about telling our parcel because it's free information. When I talk about public information, you can look these suckers up. I'm saying it like that because we stupid. We ain't done our due diligence. If somebody's saying they own this acres and they own this land, that's public freaking record. As soon as you look that up, you can be looking at them like I'll be looking at them. Be like, okay, when I'm gonna let you do your whole spiel. I'm gonna let you lie to everybody and be passionate about your lie, and I'm gonna shut your bitch ass down. Excuse my candor. I don't mean to say it like that. I'm passionate like that because that's what I say. Our people ain't shit. And I told y'all that. I told people this a long time ago. I said our people ain't nothing. Watch this. Dear Malik L. and Kari Goodman Bay, I am writing because public record shows you own a 9.4 acre property in Mohave County, AZ. I am interested in purchasing this property from you or any other you might own. Because see, they look my name up, they like, damn, he own this and this. I told y'all, I own a lot of shit in the BBT name. I don't talk about it, don't matter.
Right.
When the shit happen, I sell all the shit. We are a private real estate investment. I told you, real companies, if you own some shit, because this is what's happening right now. People want to build these homesteads. Go on YouTube, all these people, these Europeans building homesteads. I got property in all these areas where they building homesteads. In Mojave, St. John's, Arizona, all over. I bought shit for the same shit people to buy clothes, and I sat on that shit. So, we are a private real estate investment company looking to buy more vacant lands, lots, and acreage in your area. Our clients, this ain't one, this clients with the S. I told you it's a whole investment team. I met a doctor, they do this shit, they buy that shit. When they retire, they move out there. I met one doctor, didn't check with the, didn't get his building permit, built this big, beautiful, ask my empress, built this beautiful palace out there in their land, couldn't do shit with it. Had to tear that mug down. Do you hear me? They bulldozed it. They bulldozed it. Our clients are excited to have cash rather than the burden of property ownership. In most cases, these owners had plans for the property when they initially purchased it. However, with time, their plans changed. Our plans ain't changed. We a tribe. I can offer you a trouble-free cash sale, and if you decide to sell to us, we will cover 100% of the closing costs associated with the sale. If you would like to receive cash in exchange for your property, please call or text 24-hour recorded voicemail. I ain't telling the number. With the letter reference ID, because everything is an ID number, like an ISBN number, just like a book, just like your social security number. I don't care if your name is Bootney Fine Words. I'm going to look you up and tell you exactly what you're doing. I look forward to hearing from you. Sincerely, Christy, Land Soaring, LLC. Letter reference, Maricopa, 4591. You can look us up. Here go our letter reference for anybody. Letter reference ID Maricopa 4591. Look it up. Look it up and see who owned that 9.4 acres. And then these Negroes were selling people a fake 1 acre for 7,500. For 7,500. If that's the case, hell, buy all my shit for 7,500 a piece. All y'all, and take your trailers out there and do all that. I know certain. Look, man, when it's land like that in the area, you have to see, can you build neighborhoods on there? Most places they don't want you to do a whole development like that. If it's the development, it's not going to be in no homestead. That's why they homesteads. You're going to have to buy some shit and it's going to cost a bag because it's a community. Out there, we got, on our 10 acres, we only can put land on 60% of the land, buildings on 60% of our land. Even though that's a lot, you can only have buildings on 60% of the land. On that 10 acres, because they go by how many acres, what you can build on the acreage. And just that little bit of time, when I tell you, man, a clean glass and a dirty glass. When I told everybody it's a scam, when I said, man, I could tell y'all who owned the 400 acres of what they said they own. A man and a woman, an old man and a woman. So why people mad at the truth, and the truth will make you free? I told you we done got caught up chasing a dollar. Everybody but magically say they some digital real estate. Digital real estate ain't real estate. That's some content. These Negroes think they should ignite. They trying to get paid off doing your content. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get you followers. Awesome Forex. Or I'm gonna teach you how to think. All that shit is a scam. It's a fake ass Ponzi scam, and it ain't even a dope ass pyramid because they not smart. It ain't nothing, and they scamming poor people. And that's why I say it's so sad. And these Negroes have no balls. Because if you have some balls, go scam some people that got a bag. Go do some shit that the other scammers be doing. Like, they ain't finna come in no neighborhood with no niggas. They'll just sell some niggas alcohol and watch them spend their money and fucking cigarettes and stupid ass clothes and shit. They'll get a dummy like that. But here we are in our community selling fake ass shit. Like they some business people. And I said, this is too easy. They won't come to me with that shit. They won't come to me with no scams. I know the scam. That shit over for that. This too simple. If you own land, and if you own land, public record. I'm transparent. We a school. We have product. We build it. We an organization. We ain't sitting down trying to figure out a way to scam our people and then try to disappear like Fuji just and say my name on this. If you profit from a scam, you guilty. I told y'all. If you profit from a scam, if you profit off anything stolen or anything a scam or fictitious, or you are just as guilty. I don't know what these clowns be talking about. Then they try to go run behind and they try to go get in the kangaroo pouch. Man, you Negroes ain't nothing. I told y'all, these little boys and these little old ex-prisoners come out of prison with that trash like they so smart. They done sat in prison and came out with a scam. They done sat in prison and came out with a scam on these Negroes. That's exactly what they did. And then they run behind religion. Well, all the good work they did, all the good work that you did is excluded. When you try to scam your people for $1, I told y'all. I said our own people were scammed. Then I said the devil and the man, his Lord self, would do anything for $1. Watch it. Well, look. This all Negroes that say they spiritual, all religion. They all talk about they love Elijah Muhammad. This is the sad shit that kills me. And then they talk about Farrakhan so much. These Negroes that follow Islam. No disrespect, but that's fucked up. To me.
Yeah, but Sheik, I think it's the accountability part, right? Like we've gotten to a space in life where society, community, really your family, if they're not holding you accountable, then when you become an adult, you're not holding yourself accountable, and you don't really understand, how important it is. I think because obviously, you don't need nobody to tell you right from wrong. I mean, especially when you get to a certain stage. But we've been so long running around without being accountable. All that does is creates a false sense of what life really is, a false sense of who you are. And so, everybody's running around, trying to find the quickest way to get somewhere, where the fastest way to get anywhere is to go inward. Go within.
Islam.
Figure out some things in life, and you can get to wherever you want to get you way faster than you thought. But you know, it's cool, it's popular to you know, to floss, to show off. Um, and so too many of us, you know, uh, uh, regular, extraordinary people. And I just say it like that because, you know, we're not a athlete or an actor or what, you know, some major YouTube star, all the stuff that they think is cool. It's us regular yet extraordinary people don't understand how extraordinary our gifts are.
Yep.
And that it doesn't require anything other than us just to trust ourselves
Yep.
and want to do right.
Yep. It's just like when 50 Cent was talking about, see, I take wisdom from everything. When he was talking about a man that spend more money in clothes have low self-esteem. I mean, because you dressing up all the time, man, I can put a dish is clean. My kufi is clean. That's why I wear my Moorish regalia. This is clean. This is clean. My regalia is clean. When we go somewhere, we got suit. This is clean. So we do things tastefully and we accountable. And like I agree, Lamar. But and the whole thing is these is grown men that know better. Because when I was a child,
Yep.
I act like a child. When I became a man, I put away all childish ways. That's the scripture.
Yeah, but it's like the filing of all these documents, right? Because you know Homeland Security or you know whatever alphabet acronym you want to use isn't at people's houses. You know, people feel like, oh, I see, I got them. You know, I filed something, I got them. See, it works.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because nobody's standing at your door like, hey, what did you do?
Mm-hmm.
Did you just impersonate somebody that you
Mm-hmm.
really not? Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
since it doesn't happen like that, we have this false sense of, oh, well, I got away with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Just
but
haven't got caught
as
yet.
you can, right? But in a lot of sense, what life is kind of showing people is that mirror that no, you didn't really get away from it because you know all you did was create somebody that wasn't real,
Mm-hmm.
and now you gotta answer to that. You
Yes.
know why you did that.
And a lack of study. And that's what a lot of us have to admit. You know, a lot of times when you recover from alcohol, the first thing is admitting I'm an alcoholic and admit I have a problem and admit I do need help. And a lot of our brothers got into the science. I get it. A lot of people coming out of slavery and they say, oh, we this, we can file this. I get that when it's coming out because a lot of people get words misconstrued and they get a lot of things people talking about all caught up. I know people were talking about they need to do a status correction and saying the prophet did that, and the prophet never said that. A lot of things people have gotten themselves in troubles with all this fake passport, all this squatting in houses, saying you can, saying these women saying they Sharif officers, saying they got POW paperwork to get you out of jail, telling you to take this fake monopoly note and take it to the bank like it's some trust. All that is crazy. All that dropping your last name and saying your last name some slave name. Why? And then you annex. I ask people, you don't know what annex? You annex your L and B to your coat of arms or your family crest. Do you know what your coat of arms and your family crest is? Noble Drew Ali, Timothy Drew. I like your last name is not a slave name. The copy Jew. You an American. What type of American? We clearly say an Moorish American. That's your choice. We're not arguing nobody. You're not no sovereign citizen. That's an oxymoron. How can anybody that's an adult that talk about they know something call themselves a sovereign and a citizen at the same time? That is asinine, Lamarck, and that's elementary. I said, how can you be a sovereign citizen at the same time? And how can you expatulate from this de facto government? And then you do that willingly. Then who do you have allegiance with? You are a domestic terrorist, home and abroad.
Yeah, I mean it's the same as African American. I mean it's the same as a lot of things that you know. Again, we think that we're smarter than we really are, and so you know we think we know something or we're sharper you know than everybody else, and it's like no, not really, not really. You know, a lot of people play dumb, so you know you think you're smart, but the people are playing dumb, so that they're actually sharper than you are.
Yep.
We just need to you know stop trying to find some workaround like that you know it's like we just have this desire to try to find press the easy button try to find some other way to do it instead of just going through the fire.
Yep. I ask everybody what is more science. They be talking about, oh, we're writing some writs and doing this and getting our land back. And I said, what do you mean? Okay, well, we got to get our land back and we got to write a writ. And we got to overthrow this government. We got to make our own constitution. Like, what are you talking about? And they be so gun-ho with it. And you see these people with these stack of paper. I'm not an American citizen. I'm a foreign national. How are you a foreign national? And if you're a diplomat, you have dual citizenship. You don't even have dual citizenship. Like, this is asinine. And a lot of our people are retarded. And they know they following stuff on the internet with no facts. And then they get mad. You can't arbitrarily explain the law in a court of law. That's insanity. I can lock you up for 72 hours for contempt of court if you come to my court with that goofy stuff just huffing and puffing. People be going to court and I say, y'all don't see the endings? What God man to be in court? Only criminals go to court. And what am I going to court to defend? What? I want to pay child support? What? I squatted in the house? What? I done gave up my license and I got a no tag on my car? And then these grown idiots, Noble, be driving around talking, these my diplomat plates. With no, they be have a white and a black plate with Noble Dry Cleaning like this, or a red and black plate with the damn Morocco flag on like I got on my bag. That don't mean nothing. That ain't no international place. What tribe have their own plates? What foreign nations have their own plates? It's the state. So what religion group have their own tags? A religious group? None. Because you're not a foreign national. They're not a foreign national. If you're a foreign national, prove it. You can't. And you know you got that off the internet. Why don't you want to be an American? Tell me why. The land of the free, the home of the brave. Why don't you want to be an American? Why could you put on the feds and talk about you some foreign national? Only why you can take a passport picture with the feds on, because that's your religious headdress. But you don't know. You think you talk about you some goofy ass Moroccan. Your clown ass ain't never been to Morocco. Ain't never left the raggedy hood you stay on. A lot of these grown men, Lamarck, still stay in their mama basement. And a lot of these Moors is young and they in the basement getting in trouble, driving around with no license and all that stuff, getting their head bust. Look up factor fraud. Look up all that stuff, man. I'm telling you, these dudes be getting their head bust. These girls be getting their head bust. All these fake Moorish consulate generals, they be getting their head bust. They in jail. These people be having fictitious names and y'all dealing with criminals because you want a whole bunch of stack of paper. To do what? This is our land. You finna file something. What you about to file? What you about to get? Why you wanna, I need a trust for a trust. You don't have nothing. You just got some rims on the car. And the money in your pocket. And these people talk about some trust fund and they need to do this and do that. To do what? Everybody know I'm telling the truth. All these Moors got into this, talk about, I need me an ID. They was going to that damn publication company. And then they was getting that, look at these travel doc, look at my passport with Aaliyah, Michael Jordan, and Aaliyah in there. And everybody talk about, they getting out of the country and that. I said, if you getting out of the country with that shit, just imagine how messed up the system is. You Moss Def? What's his name? What's his bay name? Hassan Bey, whatever he called himself. You see what he did with that goofy ass world passport? See who made that world passport? And then here we go, deal with this. And people take a picture at the airport of problem. Yeah, this worked. Man, who cares? And that's what we own. Why you don't still want to get a passport? What difference that make? Okay, well, I ain't getting a passport. The white man is, but you buy some shit from a person, and when you really see that shit don't work, then you got to go right back and do what's right, like my noble Lamarck said. If we doing business and we got to go do some business and say we got to go to China and deal with this manufacturer, you think you finna walk through the airport with me with that bullshit, and I'm in my regalia and honorable, and you finna pull out that clown shit? Man, hell no.
You know, Sheik, I just had a great conversation. I stopped by a UPS store and happened to run into a man who's Pakistani. So pull out the ID got the fez on it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's a fez. And he's like, Is that your like? Is it your religion? Like, what is it? It's like, oh, well, you know.
I'm glad you said that.
You know, Islamism. And he was like, He's like, He's like, well, back. I'm from India. My family's from India, and he's like, there's some out there, my people, who do wear those, but not everybody. He was like, what were we talking about? We were like, were we talking about pajamas or? And he was like, oh, well, Yeah, he was like, well, but he was like, well, it depends on where you come from. Anyways, I don't have to get into all the details. My whole point was we had a wonderful conversation,
Mm-hmm.
glorious conversation,
Mm-hmm.
and he was extremely just pleasant, kind, and like, man, it's good to see somebody. He was like, and I was like, well, typically I usually have turbans on. I said, I don't really wear fezzes that much. You know what I mean? I said, I do wear them, you know, when I do certain business or when I wear my suits. I was like, but I like wearing turbans a lot. He was like, you got turbans too?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah. He was like, man. So we ended up talking about how there's this Punjabi festival not far from about an hour and a half or whatever, you know, in Yuba City from where I am, and how he plays music. And
Yep.
it just went all kinds of different places, man. It was a great conversation.
Because he's the sheik. I bet you see him in Bulgaria, you have his dagger just like mine and everything. I guarantee you. Sheik is their culture. When we don't got stupid in this Morris shit. Oh, this ain't a person sheik. Sheik is your understanding. They all sheiks if you under the science. That's why I be laughing at these people. They put on the fez and they think it's something. Ooh, you know, it can be a dunce hat. And so when you said your ID, so you talk about our school ID, right? He saw it, right?
No.
Oh, you talking about your
this the California drive.
yeah, you got your license with your fez on, right? Yeah, okay. So watch this.
California ID.
Yeah. That's what I want. Bam. That's what I wanted to make emphasis of. I want to make emphasis on two things. That's why I'm glad you on here. So this is the idiocy of these Moors. They be going down there thinking they got to do something like, oh, I'm not an American. The feds is just your religious headdress. Do you think he finna go to the DM go, oh, I'm this, I'm that? They ain't worrying about that. He know who he is. He signed who he is. Just like the SF 181 form. They know. He like, what statement are you making? You let a person know. This don't mean nothing. You only taking this because your religious headdress. He ain't having no fact. So with your driver's ID, you can take with your fez on. But what these Negroes be doing, and no disrespect to one of our muftis that learned, I ain't gotta say his name. You know, when he would try to do something, almost messed his life up, going to the DMV, talk about, I want to give her my last name and put this on it. And the lady at the damn window don't know what the hell you talking about. You don't got to tell them nothing. You ain't doing no status correction at no DMV. What the fuck is you doing the status correct? What is that? They don't know. They just talking out the side of their neck. And so the driver's license you can. I'm telling you, but a lot of people be trying to make an effort. Well, they won't let me put my L or this. I said, dude, when you sign something, I don't care what they let me put. I'm signing how I sign. And I ain't had no problem with nothing. Have you? Lamar?
Nope, I never had a problem.
Because you right. Because you under the right science. The only people have a problem because they going in thinking they somebody else. Talk about they doing the status correction. And we have school ID. So let me give you a prime analogy. I forget what Noble Alonzo said he was going. He was getting something, and he said he forgot his damn wallet at home, but he had his coat on, our members coat, and he had his temple and school ID and his religious ID. And the people was like, do you got any form of ID? Where he said, I got my religious school, my temple school, you know, my church ID. And they were like, let me see it. You got your name and everything on there? Like, yeah, boom, let him do what he wanted to do. And so I got my flight like that. They know me at the airport. If you look at things, man, that's why I said we ain't trying to talk about I ain't no American citizen. I'm doing all this. I got driver's license. I ain't making no statement like that or no try to put no light on me. But if I forgot it and I have it on there, I'm gonna say, well, I do have my school ID. You know, I'm gonna say I do have my school ID. If they don't take my school ID, that's fine. I'm gonna go home and get my driver's license. What the fuck? I talked to dudes in prisons, man. I be hooking people up with this guy that got his own trucking company, and he met some goofies, Moors, that told him to give up his license, man. He said, I will whoop them old Negroes' butt. He said, they better not never come to me. He said, Sheik, anytime you go somewhere, I'll defend you because they know exactly what you're talking about. He said, them Negroes got my cousin like that. He said, I wish they say something what you saying wrong. They know they false. Here it is, you get out of prison and you got your CDLs and all that. You meet some people and say, oh, that's the white man is. And he said, well, what you got for me? Nothing. And he making $5,000 a week. And you ain't messing with them fools. He like, man, y'all crazy. And it'd be a whole bunch of bums on Section 8, all the paper pushers with no teeth. Oh, God, the white man is, the white man is. Everything you do with the white man, where you live, what the drawers you got on your ass, how you brush your teeth, what food you eating. How your kid? What school your kid going to? They talk that stuff because they poor. These talk about poor men. All they doing is trying to overthrow the government and defraud your people. Are we having meetings on teaching our people their nationality and this their land? This ain't your land. How? How this house yours? Somebody built it. You can't squat in no house. You can't live in no neighborhood running no generator like them lying women did. Dude hit me up like sheep. I ain't even gonna say his name. I go on people's page. She got the lady on there that got arrested on the internet. I block all these clown dudes with these feds is on. Somebody's inbox like, why you got this lady on here? She ain't right. Well, why you say that? Man, what you mean? Why we say that? This lady done been in prison talking about she's some stupid ass sheriff and officer. I got some prisoner of war paperwork to get people out of jail. And we cool with that shit? Like, I'm like it's nuts, man. Oh, here go the Moorish American consulate. I'm finna find my nationality with the Moorish American consulate. And then when everybody find out it ain't no Moorish American consulate, it ain't no MAC number, it ain't no such thing as a MAC number. It ain't no consular courts. Talk about you finna not get in trouble for this. If a U.S. citizen kill a Moor and vice versa, if a Moor kill a U.S. citizen, that Moor is gonna be judged in the same parameters in the court of law of that U.S. citizen.
Sundry Moors Act?
That's the goddamn consular courts. That's the law. And the Sundry Moor Act too. It's all in there. That's why I be saying, I don't know what these people be reading. I don't know what. Then they get that fake clock of destiny, and no disrespect to CM Bay. He ain't graduated from nowhere. If I say, I could say, oh yeah, I graduated from this with this, DD this, I got that behind my name. And then in that time where I say I graduated, I can look up the yearbook and I ain't nowhere in there. That mean I lied, huh, Lamarck?
Islam. You're right.
So if I said, yeah, man, I graduated from GCU, when I graduated from GCU, 2014, maybe 2017, with a dual master degree in first century history and religion, with a minor in linguistics, and you can look me up, Kari Goodman Bay. If I said, yeah, I got an undergrad in business management with a minor in marketing and sales and nonprofit business startup from Cleary University, one of the hardest business universities in Michigan, and I say I got my degree from there, and you look me up, you'll be like, well, we can't find you in the yearbook. That means I'm lying. That mean I'm lying. And it ain't no disrespect. I told you, our people ain't even smart, y'all. And it ain't, our people will do this fictitious stuff to us, and then we just sit back like it's okay. And then when the European do it, oh, this ain't right, but your brother doing it. He know you, he love you, he scammed you. We already see the beast coming. But then when your brother do it, they dress up all fancy and put a green screen behind there. And then they so stupid they be double talking like politicians. Yeah, I got my master's degree in Christian education, and then I got my master's degree in business management and marketing and sales. Who have 2 master's degrees? That is like Lamar saying I got 2 associates, I got 2 bachelors. That's stupid. Why you got 2 bachelors? Why do you get a master's and then a doctorate?
Yeah, unless you couldn't figure out what you were trying to do. I don't know.
Nah, I'm a teacher. I'm telling you, it don't make anybody like, yep, he telling you it don't make sense. And then if you graduate, you don't graduate with no green screen. If y'all saw my whole graduation, I graduated. My whole graduation from Grand Canyon University was on there. And I ain't saying a degree that make you smarter, but you put in the work. You know peer-reviewed scholarly research. You know how to do a particular research where all scholars are going to have to agree, and my real associations. And so I'm not going to sit up here and say I got a degree from a diploma mill, and it can easily be researched. And the person that's so-called own the school is the sovereign of Hawaii. And then you look on it, it looked like a 3. It looked like your daughter could have put that slide together and say this is the school. And then the damn singer Tank got an honorary doctorate degree. So an honorary doctorate degree, and you ain't even did no coursework.
Right.
And so what are you saying? So so you got a master's degree, so you got an honorary doctorate degree from a fictitious place, and you put doctor like that. That's fictitious. So you haven't done no work. So you don't have no master's degree or nothing. I can see somebody gave you an honorary doctorate degree from a university out of Cracker Jack box, but that ain't nothing. I'm just telling y'all how our people try to be inferior to us, and they'll talk about the white man this and the education they come from the white man and all this, and then here these clown Negroes turn around and make up like they got some education. That's why I say the clean glass to a dirty glass. Like I'm telling you. There don't be no disrespect. I told you all them cronies know me. Just like when I was live that one time and a crony jumped on my page. He better been quiet. Because if he would have said anything, I would have started naming all the names that I know. I would have started showing him all this, like, you know everything. That's why they know. They be like, man, they be thinking I'm 28, 29, 32. The lady was like, man, that boy 40, that man 46. Yo, saw Chris Bliss. You like, oh shit, you 46? Yeah. I done it. I done it all. Done. That's why I be laughing. I'm like, then a bad. I don't gotta scare my people for nothing. Everything they talking about, I already got it. That's why I be laughing. I said that's all fraud. Period. All fugazi. All scamming your people. If I say I'm some Forex investor or I invest in Bitcoin and you taking my course and all that, that means I'm taking that money to invest in that. I can show my ROI or I can show anything that I'm investing to show you that is real. I can show you my break-even analysis. I can show you the profit and loss. You can say, well, show me the breakdown of how you're going to invest my money and what percentage of return receive residually. I can show you all that. You would say every month, let me get a breakdown of what we doing, where we at. So if I got to get my money out, I should be able to show that. I should be able to do that. If I'm saying, hey, we buying land, we purchasing land, this is what we doing with the money, and I'm saying I'm getting it and flipping it, you get a percentage off this, that's exactly what I can show. If I say I own land, like we say, take all our stuff, you look it up. I just read it to you. I just showed you in Maricopa, the letter reference ID where you can look up who owned the land. The public records show who owned the 9.4 acres. See, that's what I'll be saying. See, the truth and falsehood. I'll help anybody get land. Just give me my finder's fee and you own your own. Then I'll show you how to write up in an allodial deed. I mean, that's why I said the real is the real. I'm a teacher. People know me. I don't have no fake education. That's why I care less about being on some platform with a whole bunch of scam artists, for I can let them say what they want to say and then go ziggity boom. I ain't wasting my time. I'm not finna waste my time with that. For what? For everybody can be afraid? I don't want to do that. I speak here and all them people know it's not real. Anybody that say on the internet that say they some investors and real estate and all this, I bet you they won't get on here and talk to me. Because I'm going to say, show me. And I'm going to show you how they scam me. I heard one dude when he said, yep, we did that automatic, and the automatic is just like how can I call it? It's just like a sample run. It ain't even real. And then I'm listening to it because my ear is tuned to a certain way. I'm under a certain aptitude and I'm listening. So he doesn't say he raised 1 point some million in like almost 45 minutes. And okay, so that 1.4 million you raised that you say you're going to invest with, what are you doing with it? Because the people invest, the money you got is on the intentions of you doing this. So if you have no intentions of doing that off the dribble, that's a Ponzi scam. I'm telling you. Yeah. I don't care how nobody feel. I don't care how nobody feel about it. Look on the Better Business Bureau of these people. I don't care if people want to return. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm talking about people scamming. Look, when all this stuff happened, when everybody that got hustled off they thousands of dollars, and then they say, okay, well, I want a refund. They should be able to get a refund. Why? Because the thing that you said you was good, you haven't even done it. So the money should be there. If not, you spent it on what? Living. Now you got to go to court. Now that's a scam. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And in a court of law, you must do your due diligence. You'll try to plead yourself to the court, and the judge can be mad, and then be like, y'all religious Negroes ain't nothing. Just the same thing I'll say. I say, all y'all scam artists on the internet acting like y'all know each other, but all y'all know each other because I don't watch all the videos. All y'all know each other. Y'all be telling on yourself, but the general public don't be listening. I say none of y'all ain't right, and y'all done put up a scam team together, and then when the shit fall off, y'all still be wanting y'all money from the scam, and then say you don't have nothing to do with it. That's messed up. Just look on the internet, and anybody will tell me I'm lying. Look on YouTube. Everybody is a guru. Everybody is a financial. Everybody got a big ass chain. Everybody got I ain't had none of the stuff I had as far as jewelry wise for no more science. I don't make no money off this shit. I done worked all my life. I'm retired. I do payroll for companies. I'm a counselor in real life. In real life, I've done it for so long. I'm a minister in real life. I go back home to Flint, Michigan and preach and teach. I go to the prisons and shit. Like, seriously, like, I ain't one of them, man. All that scam stuff. If you want to learn something, I tell you, if you want to learn finance or anything, you can take a class from me for some change, and I can give you a tax exempt receipt, and you can take it. Just like if you came to my church or my school, and you taking an Alcohol Anonymous class, or you taking a computer class, it's going to be academia. Why? Because I'm academia. One of my muftis in school right now. It's a breeze. It's all a scam. If you want to learn anything about investments, I tell you, you got to, anything you do in investing, you got to understand the ins and outs. Somebody say, well, Bitcoin, I'll put all my money in Bitcoin. And you listen to these clowns. Why in the heezy would you put all your money in Bitcoin? Why? Can somebody tell me? Or say, I don't know. Bitcoin ain't backed by nothing. See, they'll say, well, money ain't backed by nothing. Okay, well, I can use my money to buy some Bitcoin and some gold and some silver and anything else that I can diversify my portfolio. Smart, stupid guy. And if Bitcoin, how can I say adjust itself? Because the stock market never crashes. It adjusts itself like a season, or it can go sideways like a damn snake. I got to have the bag to do what I need to do. So what the hell I'm gonna put all my money in Bitcoin for? And when the stock market, how can I say, adjust itself, or it goes snake and I ain't making no money, and I don't have nothing else to do, and I don't listen to some fool that don't even have no money into it, just got some shit off the internet. I'll put all my money in Bitcoin. Tell me why. You can't tell me. Tell me why. Tell me why. Because everything should be a why. You couldn't even tell me. And then I say, how much you got in Bitcoin? Since you're telling me to do this, since my social security number is attached to these millions, you should have some millions. I mean, we so stupid. Here it is. Oh, your social security number is attached to millions. Okay, you got a social security too, don't you? Ugly. You ain't no alien. Don't you got a neighbor? Did you come from your mama in 9 months? Yeah, clown. Well, where your millions at? What you telling me to do? You trying to use me as a crash dummy, fool. And I'm going to say it just, I don't give a damn how old you are. I'm going to talk to you just like that because you ain't going to do shit. I got a whole security. That's what I be telling people, man. I go places, man. I hire staff. They'll be all over the place. They won't even know. I'm legit. That's like I'll be telling these brothers that's rappers. I say, man, y'all got too much money with all this jewelry to be out here. Well, I'm a G. Okay, you're going to get your G head blew the fuck off trying to be tough. Clown. You do things the right way and stop giving your money away. Ownership. And this is what I be saying, man. We ain't doing nothing illegal. We ain't dealing with no cronies. We can't, man. We got to stand against it. It's too many people be jumping in my inbox. Oh, I need to do study. I said, I can't nationalize you and denationalize you. Why do you think I can nationalize you? What makes you think that? That'll change you from the descendant nature of your mother's name. Only thing a person can make you is a damn stupid Mason or a crony or a crook. Tell them to nationalize a Chinese or a Sudanese. They can't. They can't. And it's in the introduction, the preface of the exhument of the nation. You can get it from me from freaking pennies. That's why I be laughing at us. We got to realize that we do not study, and we just want, I'm gonna write some writ. And I say, well, what writ? If you ain't locked up, you don't need no goddamn gold writ. I'll be telling you, I broke down all the writs. My mufti be like, man, people is so stupid, Sheik. I know they are. That's what I'm going to write some writ. A writ to do what? You a criminal? You in prison? Somebody is being wrong. They didn't get defended right in prison. And now we found evidence that approved to overthrow this? What you mean? Because that's a writ. You know what a habeas corpus is? Nope. I know you don't. That's why I be telling these people they out of their league when they dealing with me. And it ain't no disrespect. I'm telling you, if the European is shaking their boots, you think I'm worried about some goofy Negro on the internet with a fictitious name? Do you really think that? I ain't hiding from nobody. I told y'all the day was going to come. The day was going to come. I told y'all everybody going to have to stand clean and man up to the dumb stuff that they did and said, I ain't doing it no more. And say, yep, this all a scam. And let they ass just disappear in the wind and watch they going to reinvent themselves. I'm telling you. Now they going on their little scam tours and you're going to see all groupie Negroes in there. It's no women. And then if it's women in there, they groupies. But look, it be a whole bunch of dudes. All you got to do is look. I want to be nowhere where a whole bunch of hard legs, smelling like goddamn what's that? I want to smell some sweet ladies. I want to be looking at a whole bunch of dudes with all that damn testosterone. Everybody trying to out talk somebody about what? To be so smart. That's that prison talk. That's that in living color shit. And everybody know it, man. Brothers walking around with paperwork. They so smart. And I said, man, the day is over for all that. Public record. Just like when people saying that the 1099 is some trust fund at the end of the rainbow. And I've been showed y'all a letter from 2016 from the county clerk or recorder of deeds to show y'all. And ain't nothing but a religious affidavit. I told y'all all that stuff they saying is lawfully wrong. I don't care if they got a sheet behind their name. They'll know they wrong and still be on the internet professing that they not wrong. Huh? Just like the state booklet. I got the state booklet. The introduction, them Negroes in the introduction. The so-called sheik, he went to jail for tax fraud. All right, I got to do is look it up. That's why I said, they ain't going to come to me with that stuff, man. They can't be mad at the prophet. That's why all lawgivers are like, y'all is not following what the Noble Drew Ali said, because that's public information. The feds got the Moorish Quran, they got the bylaws, they got the divine creed. That's why they use your own law and bylaws against you. It's like everything you doing is illegal against your prophet. I'm telling you. That's why I be laughing at people. Everybody that come to Arizona, I bet you all the police, the goddamn mayors, the sheriffs, I bet you they all know me. In Tucson, everywhere. We had our 3rd annual Moors Ball at one of the biggest resorts out here in Arizona. We're in the pool with nobody that look like us. Moors. We the most interesting people they ever seen in their life. Teachers and everything, jaw dropping out their faces. We in the pool, they like, are you guys all teachers? Yup. Oh my God. I know, oh my God. Exactly. They see us all there, fezed up at our dinner. Fezed up, suited up. Like, whoa, then we had on our regalia. People taking pictures of us, riding past. Yeah, this ain't no scam. We proud. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of Moors got to take that fez off. Because you done all the criminal stuff with on. You gotta be reborn. And people like, it ain't no temple in my city and all that, and be on my page. Men been following me for years. I got all their names written down. Look, Mark, I told you when I go on my database and show you, and I say this person been following me for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, and that's why I'll be blocking. Every nigga will be on my page because they've been following me for years. They know exactly what I'm be saying. That's why I said I don't care about followers. I ain't trying to sell nothing. I got product and real stuff. I can be trying to do the same thing that these scam artists do. I don't got time for that. I could have did y'all the same way they did and say, oh yeah, I'm the sheik and I can nationalize and make y'all ID and sell that shit for $500 and made $1 million. Just like they did and ran off in the wind. Some of them Negroes in China, when they holding up a damn plate, talk about these are Moorish American plates. And they arguing with the dude that's locked up, that their case is finna go to court because they started off together and y'all don't even be knowing. Both of them. And then the one dude, I told you he squatted in that lady house in Texas, I showed y'all. Talking about he a fashion designer. I told y'all they all know each other. Then they run to China and talk about these they Moorish American IDs. And they print some shit, showing that shit on Instagram. They selling that shit to y'all. And then they got some goddamn plates. Y'all dealing with some motherfucking communists. And I'm telling you, I don't care how nobody feel. I'm telling you real. And mail fraud, the feds. And don't even know it. Don't even know it. And don't even know it. That's why I talk to real, because I ain't no criminal. I can defend myself. I talk that. Yep. I ain't no criminal. When I was a child, I act like a child. When I became a man, I'm a noble. I can stand in front of the enemy and talk just like this. And you ain't going to do nothing. Because the truth will make you free. And I ain't got to say no name. You paint the picture. You know it's a fraud. I bet you they ain't going to stand there with the judge. I can get a real judge, a prosecutor attorney. They say, okay, well, let's discuss what y'all talking about. One of my ex-professors that deal with finance and all that. That got a dual PhD in finance investment, worked on Wall Street for years. One of my professor, a European Jew, and I bet you he'll sit down with me. He said, okay, well, let's analyze what they doing. I bet you they won't sit down because he don't got a dog in the fight. He said, they're not going to do that because when we do it, it's going to be live and the police going to be waiting for their ass as soon as they come because it's a scam. See? Nothing I do is a scam. That's why I say I don't care if nobody don't like me. And I don't care if nobody don't like my prices. You don't say that when you go to them stores and buy that cheap stuff, that cheap design. You don't go to say that when you buy nothing else. But we only do that to us in our community when we have a product. You don't have to freak with me. But I tell you who deal with me, I show all the testimonies to my muftis. I just got a testimony from a professor. He bought Tavistock Institution of Human Relations from me. He said the book 4,800 on Amazon. He said, man, I don't mind how you print and bind it, and you gave me 2 PDFs. He was like, man, you the man. He said, I just downloaded the 2 PDFs on my tablet. He said, the 2 PDFs on Amazon for $700 a piece. He said, man, goddamn. He said, I'm gonna share this with all my students. He said, all my friends we read. He said, my wife and daughter them in the book club. Every Saturday and Sunday they have book club. Then after church, he said, you my source. He said, man, once he said, would you mind coming to Texas and speak at our church? I have no problem with that. This is what I'll be telling you. I speak at people's churches. I'm a divine minister. I'm just like St. Mark. I'm telling you, I'm a Royal Moorish priest. When I go to my Jewish homie church, I put all my regalia on. My talent, my yarmulke, all that. I ain't no black Jew. I ain't none of that. I know who I am, and I'm accepted in all houses. And this is what I'm telling us, man. We got to get out of that, man, and I love everybody. But if you wearing that fez and you think you some sovereign citizen and you talking about this your land and you done filed some paperwork and you done dealing with these publication companies and you doing all this and you following all that, you need to stop right now. You do. If you don't want to talk about your last name and the slave name, you need to stop right now. If you're talking about you need to expatriate from this de facto government, you need to stop right now because Moors are confused on navigating. You need to stop right now because how are you going to expatriate from this de facto government? You couldn't even explain that. With a straight face, you can't. And all that stuff you got that from some clown. And they use you as a crash dummy. You know I'm telling the truth. Everybody on here, y'all know I'm telling the truth. You know it. Your mom know it. Your wife know it. Your kids know it. And anybody that's righteous, the cops know it. Anybody, they can take me to court and be like, yes, this man is telling you the truth. Why wouldn't you want to be right? Why wouldn't you want to do business the right way? Why? Why you wear that fez and want to be a problem? And since you got a more science, your life has become a nuisance. You became a nuisance. Your wife don't want to be around you. Nobody want to be around you. Everywhere you go, you own some crazy stuff. Your whole energy is off. You need to take that fez off. That's why I tell people the divine come first. That's why I teach my nobles the divine. You wearing the turban and the fez and the kufi and all that and have no understanding of nothing. Because I know most of these Moors don't understand the Moors Quran. If they did, they wouldn't be posting none of the stuff they did. If they got the Silent Brotherhood of the East, if they got the Discovery Key questionnaires, if they got the Catechism to understanding the Quran, which they don't, if they don't have none of this. So how are you studying more science? And the science we under is Tasawwuf, is Sufism with a map and a guide, like a sensei, like an abbot, like I am. This ain't no religious science. This all too up secure. We have a map and a guide. That's why I be telling people, man, these brothers done put these fezzes on, and then a lot of them just work little common labor jobs, and it ain't no disrespect, and post shit all day and be on the internet. This is a fact. You have no business doing that. A lot of these dudes just jump on the fork truck all day and ride and smoke and put on the fez and be in the club hip hop and doing all that like I ain't working for no white man and just posting shit like you got a business. You don't have no business because you don't even know how to do business. You just selling shit. Your business have no line of credit. You don't even know what a quick 30 account is. You know nothing what I'm talking about. And everybody know I'm telling the truth. You got to learn how to do business. You got to learn how to be a noble. You got to learn what's true because spirituality and law, that go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. You can't arbitrarily explain the law. You can't. You can't. There's no way. And if you think that, man, that's why I say we crazy. That's why I say a lot of brothers with this science crazy. And me and my muftis, that's why I move with my muftis. Because before you argue with someone, you got to ask yourself, is this person mentally mature enough to grasp the concept of different perspective? No, not at this point. Fairs mean nothing. These brothers be getting books and don't even know what the words mean. A lot of these brothers dropped out of the 6th grade. I know a lot of brothers, I said, you ain't graduated out of high school? No. So you put the fairs on and just think magically you wise. Who's guiding you? The fairs don't make you wise. The YouTube don't make you wise. Filing paper don't make you wise. That's why I tell my nobles, we ain't debating nobody, no history and science. With no spirituality, with these cronies, they ain't never studied they facts and history and law, and they arbitrarily explaining it. We ain't got time for that. That's why John Henry Clark said, I only teach my equals. All others I teach, me too. Like Khalid Muhammad, man, I shoot from the lip, not the hip, me too. Me too. It's nothing new under the sun. These Negroes want to be the only one. Before Iverson, before Kobe, you had Michael Jordan. Before Michael Jordan, you had Kareem, David Bean. You know what I mean? Before then, you had all these people, Oscar Robertson, all these people. I said, God dang, why are you gonna be mad at people that got there faster than you? This is what these people be wanting. Look up the word notoriety. These brothers be wanting notoriety. They want to be known for bad things. Or I when I used to do this. It's a rapper named 38 Speech. I love that song. He was like, yeah, all these people talk about they used to. I used to do this, and I used to do that, and I used to do this, which you used to do ASS. I used to do this. Yeah, we know you used to do it. So what? So what you used to do? Do it again. If you used to do it, that's like if you were a hustler and see a hustler be like, man, yep, I did it. Watch me do it again. I could lose it and do it again. That's a hustler. A hustler ain't gonna be like, man, I used to. You saw what I used to have. You saw me do it. I'm gonna do it again. I ain't gonna be begging what I used to. And then people been doing this for a couple years and they farther you. Yes, because God in them. Because God in them. And when you look who these people are, you don't even know who these people are. These people are already successful in your own right, in their own right. If you're talking about a dollar, because they already been doing business. I tell people I'm 46. Before people met me, man, I used to go to Detroit with my Chaldean homies. We ran stores all that time. The Fat Joe shoes, the Pradas. I mean, he had stores. So I always did business. Ask my mom. In Flint, I had my own landscaping company. I bought houses and fixed them up. Rented them to girls on Section 8 because my dad was the executive director for Genesee County. So all my houses was on the Section 8 list. I mean, what is people talking about? This ain't no scam. I go into schools, the hard to hit fund. My fee be $5,000. They say, well, we don't have $5,000 to pay you, but we can give you $1,000 for your time, and you write the rest up as in-kind service. People don't even know what I'll be talking about. That's how I go to schools. I go in the hardest hit fund. If they say, well, in our budget, we only can give you $500 for your time, that's fine, because I'm giving so much back. I done went to the stores, everything got 1,000 backpacks full. I'm telling you, filling with supplies. I do it every year. Wait till I go back home, Flint, Michigan. I'm gonna show everybody like, damn, yeah. When I have my temple out here, I go right to Sprouts, Fry's, and say, man, I want to feed the seniors on Thanksgiving, whatever. I had all that at my temple. And then all my people at my metaphysical temple, I set it up at the grocery store. When they buy groceries, we didn't pay taxes. And every quarter, we got a check. I got seniors' house fixed through Meals on Wheels. When I was in the ministry, man, seniors wasn't eating. A lot of these Moors be on here. They got grandparents they'll never go see. They won't even shovel the fucking snow, but they wait for them to die. But me, I'd be going by these people's house because I look up, who own property in that neighborhood. And a lot of the seniors still be living there because I was doing landscaping. That's how I was buying houses. So I'd knock on the doors. A lot of the old people be like, man, nobody comes by here. And I said, I can get you a hot and cold meal delivered to your house every day. And then on Friday, make sure they freeze it and you can have it for the weekend. You would do that? Yeah, it's a free service. Then they come look at the roof, do the roof, all that. Man, I know how to get shit done. I know how to get contracts. Like I said, I have contracted license. I can bid on shit. Just like, for instance, when I first came out here, I knew a guy that was doing landscaping. And he gonna do it again out here? I'm like, no, but I got the license to bid on it. He was like, so you gonna outbid me? I said, brother, yeah, it's just business. But if I outbid you, I'm gonna give it right back to you. Shit. I don't care. I'll find a whole bunch of crew, man. I know a lot of these, no disrespect, misnomer Mexican, a lot of them are day laborers. They be at Home Depot and Office Max. If you got the chucks and all that, you can get the stuff done and hire them under your contract. That's hiring as day laborers. And so all this stuff, what I be telling my people, I said, we're going to have a team, like a think tank, like a skill center, where we can get contracts and bid on contracts and get them and put our people in these services. We get contracts to do all the pools at apartment complexes or get contracts to do ETC, bid on these things. It's so much. And just like in Arizona, you have to bid on these contracts to do the landscaping and glaze all the tubs and all that stuff. And it's once you get to going, it's amazing. But I'm just saying, man, that's what I bring to the table. So I want to give honor and gratitude to everybody that took the time out their day, listen to little old me that run my mouth. But I'm passionate about everything, and I told everybody this was coming. And it's nothing new under the sun. The divine come first. We are spiritual people. This more is science. It's knowledge, order, rhythm, astrology, astronomy, nature. And the divine must come first. We don't diss the biblical scriptures. How can we diss the biblical scriptures? You just have a miseducation. And our miseducation comes from our preachers, these brothers that say they conscious, and the educators, and I'm an educator. That's why I can speak like this. All the stuff I did in college and all this, I didn't have a problem. It's all in the libraries. I can show you all rich history. I have a plethora of books on all. I have over 1 million books. My Mufti on here right now got over 400 some books. So this is what we bring to the table: education. Wait till we build our library. You're going to be able to see kids come to our library and our mobile computer lab. You're going to be seeing us doing resume writing and tying these young boys ties. And when it's time for them to go to prom, putting these kids in their first suits. When these brothers get out of prison, having a group of brothers that they can talk to. I don't care if you Christian. I don't care if you Muslim. I don't care if you what you say you are. You're going to be able to come to a temple of brothers that's under the triple rose. And that's what I'm about. And until we get there, man, I don't care about another stuff. I don't care if you're a Moor and you a scam artist. Hold on. 1 second. And so with that being said, Noble Barclay, gratitude for the copy of the Noble Circle 7 Quran. They got here today, so I'm going to be shipping it off to the Noble. He was gratitude, man. He was just like, I'm just ecstatic how y'all doing this, man. And I said, it ain't no problem, Noble. We do this. He got all those books from me. So he was like, man, you think I can get the Moorish Quran? He was like, how much? I said, I'm going to give it to you. He like, you going to give it to me? I said, yeah, I'm going to pay my partner. And I said, I'm going to give you 2 books. He said, but I don't want you to give them to me for free. I said, brother, I can do that. That's what makes us different from anybody else. He like, bro, he was like, you're going to give me that and that Supreme Hika book, the one that I think you print for me too. He like, I said, I'm giving you them too. I mean, he bought Russian Icon from me. He bought a plethora of books. He said, don't nobody do that. They wouldn't care. I said, but I do. I said, I do. And I printed them all for him. So gratitude to you, Noble. Much gratitude. And he's going to be getting some more. He said he's going to be ordering again this weekend. So as soon as he order, I'll be hitting you up, placing the order, man. And we keep doing, man. And I just give gratitude for being your brother, man. And you allow me to be your brother. And we do business together. And that's what this is going to be about. Because we do God business. Watch this Sunday, man. Teachers are going to be amazing. I don't understand why we okay with being poor and broke. If we do things the right way, we're supposed to be doing business. We doing business. That's what it is. How are you going to be successful and make money if you don't do business? How? And that's righteous when you do business. I'm telling you, it's a joy when you do business righteous. So with that being said, man, I give you honor, Noble. I give you all love. I give you all peace. Nobles, subscribe to our Temple and School page because y'all going to miss Sunday school if you're not subscribed to our Temple and School page on YouTube. It's Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School. Please subscribe to our Temple and School YouTube page, Noble. Nobles, please check out our business, MoorishHaberdasher.com. MoorishHaberdasher.com. We have fezzes, turbans, she-mags, etc. We have everything for you. If it's something that you don't see, let me know. Let me know. I have every book. That's why I be telling Nobles. Everything that y'all be on YouTube. Any book that y'all see these dudes posting on YouTube that y'all be thinking it costs money, I have them. Hit me up. Get in my inbox. I'll print them and bind them. Go on Amazon and see how much them books cost. I sell them for a fraction of the price. If a book costs $4,800, I'm going to bind it for you for about $200. And you get a tax exempt receipt. And I'm going to give you free PDFs. You're going to look at the value and be like, man, because why do you care about paying for a whole bunch of paper? Go on Amazon and look at all the books that I'll be showing, and you see how much they cost. So I give y'all gratitude, man. I give y'all love. Let's do business together. Spread the word, man. If y'all want to get land, let's get land. I have 10 acres. I can show you how to get land. You don't have to get land with me. You can get land next to us, and we can build. We can see each other. I just have a finder's fee to what I do. If you want to, we have 10 acres now. If people want to say, hey, man, they on here right now, say, man, hey, man, I want to buy acre. An acre is a lot. You can go out there and put your, just imagine everybody get an acre. We got all our trailers out there in our nice area, our nice camp. Don't wait. And when I develop everything and you be left off and I say, this is private and only our family and our tribe and our kids get to come there for summer camps and the regular public is what I'm going to be dealing with. Don't wait. Because if we let somebody scam us and people will give $7,500 for an acre, and I just showed y'all that we own real land. I just showed y'all the letter. I just showed y'all where it says public record shows that you own 9.4 acreage property in Mojave County, AZ. They told it, they said they interested in buying the land for cash and any other land we have. I told y'all, man, this ain't nothing fake with me. A clean glass and a dirty glass, and the truth will make you free. If you saying you're doing something, why are you mad when somebody's saying show me? Just like on one of my favorite movies, Wolf of Wall Street. You say you'll check 75,000 right now, show it to me. I'm quitting my job as we speak. Show me. Thomas wasn't doubting. You saying you can do all these miracles like Carney Wilson used to come on BET at night and God, get my magical prayer rag. Get my magical prayer rag and my water. Come on, man. If you say this is going to do all that, show me. If you say my social security number is attached to some millions, you should have the bag. And you don't. You a bum. So with that being said, man, salute, because my empress home. I love y'all. Peace.
Salute.